Hello! In this tutorial, we will integrate generative AI into our web applications. I'm Natalia Alarcón. Welcome. We'll be using the following tools. PaLM API is the interface that Google provides us to access the most advanced large language models from the PaLM 2 family. MakerSuite is the web interface that allows us to interact with generative language models to create prototypes more easily. Streamlit is a framework that will allow us to create websites using Python. The objective of this tutorial is to create a website that generates marketing content to promote online courses. We will include a small form that will ask for the name of the course to be promoted, and we initially want to obtain 3 results. The first one is a short tweet to promote the course, the second is the content for a LinkedIn post, and finally, the guides to build a banner. We will follow 5 steps to create our web applications. Let's start with step 1. In the MakerSuite interface, we are going to select Get API Key from the menu, and then we click on Create API Key in the new project. Please save the generated key because we will use it later. For step 2, we will need to create sample marketing content to promote courses according to the specification of our applications. In order to do that, we will use the following prompts to generate content on Twitter, LinkedIn, and the guidelines for the banner. We return to MakerSuite and we create a new text prompt. In this interface, we add the prompt that was previously defined to generate Twitter content. We run the prompt and copy the generated content on a text editor. For this step, you can also use BART. We will do the same for LinkedIn using the previously defined prompt. And finally, we will use the prompt to obtain the course banner guidelines. You can run the model several times until you get the results you are looking for. For the third step, we build the data prompt. We will follow this structure. First, we will specify the context. For this case, we are an academy that generates online courses and we want to create formal marketing content. Then, we will define an input column in which we will add the name of the course or product, and we insert 3 output columns for the 3 expected results: Twitter, LinkedIn, and the banner. Notice that we are using the prefix O underscore for the names of the columns. We will use this prefix later to separate the results. Now we return to MakerSuite and create a new data prompt. We will enter the context that we previously defined, and in the prompt structure, we will add 3 output columns for Twitter, LinkedIn, and the guidelines for the banner. Don't forget to put the O underscore prefix in the names of the columns. Now we must add an example with expected results. As input, we will write Python for teenagers. And in the output columns, we will copy the text that we have compiled in step 2. I have an editor ready with the results, so I will proceed to copy them one by one in the corresponding columns. Great! We have structured the prompt and we are ready to test it. We are going to use a totally new course name in the input. We will enter the course Python for Finance. We will keep the default values for the model and we will click on the Run button. Here you can notice that the results are very creative and follow the requested format for the outputs we need: Twitter, LinkedIn, and the banner. Now we will export the generated Python code to a text editor. For a better understanding, we are going to analyze the code generated by MakerSuite in a notebook. We start with the settings, where we install the library for generative AI. Then we import the library as PaLM in the script. Finally, here you must add the generated API key of step 1, and we are ready to use PaLM API. In this case, we are going to try a new course called Cooking for Babies, which can be found in the input variable. In the next cell, we can see the code generated by MakerSuite. For the model, we use the default values. Notice that in the prompt variable, MakerSuite has translated the data prompt from a table format to a single text string, where we have the context, the input, which is the name of the sample, and for each of the outputs we have a section, one for Twitter, another for LinkedIn, and the last one for the banner. The input variable within the prompt will receive the name of the course, and the results will be delivered in the same format as the example. Then we proceed to call the PaLM API with the new defined course. Remember that the course is Cooking for Babies, which is in the prompt. For the result, don't forget that we have used the prefix O underscore. So we are going to divide the generated content using this prefix. And we are going to separate the 3 outputs into 3 different variables: Twitter, LinkedIn, and the banner. Below, we print what we received from the PaLM API, and we can appreciate the creative content that has been generated for this course. The final step is to create a web application with Streamlit. For this, we create a file called app.py. Previously, we must install the Streamlit library and we import it to our script. Then, we import Google's generative AI library and we proceed to configure our PaLM API key. As you can see, the code is short. Let's analyze the inputs function. This function will basically create a small form made up of a text box to receive the name of the course and a button that we use to call PaLM API to update the results. The next function is get generative data that contains the code generated by MakerSuite and receive the prompt or the name of the course from the form. The code is the same that we have already reviewed in the previous notebook. This function will return the results for the three desired outputs: Twitter, LinkedIn, and the guidelines for the banner. Finally, we have the main function, where we will call the sidebar that generates the form. And when the forms button is clicked, we will call the get generative data function, sending the new name of the course, and as a result, we will receive the content for Twitter, LinkedIn, and the guidelines for the banner in three variables. Finally, we have to show the content generated for the three outputs. To run the application, go to the terminal and run the command streamlit run app.py. A browser will open where we can see the website generated. In the sidebar, the form to enter the new name of the course that we want to create the new content. As an example, we request the course Python for Finance. We can see that the results follow the desired pattern. Now we will try with the prompt Cooking for Babies. The results are very interesting. Obviously, you can build a more sophisticated application with more styles and functionalities. For example, we have this more elaborated application that returns results for more social content like Facebook and Instagram, and also give us the audience targeting to promote our courses. And that's it. You can see more information in the following links and the detailed guideline in the description of the video. Thanks for watching.